Martin had a dream. Martin had a dream. Kendrick have a dream. All my life I want money and power. Respect my mind or die from last child. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this nine is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati and vroom vroom, I'm racing. Popping pills in the lobby, and I pray they don't find her naked. And I pray you niggas is hating. Shooters go after Judas.
Welcome back to the Why So Serious podcast. This is Brandon, and the whole crew is back. We got Devin, Danielle, and Stephanie. And we are back to review Black Lightning, Season 2, Episode 4. The long-ass title of the week is The Book of Consequences, Chapter 4, Translucent Freak. While Tobias schemes to clear himself of any suspicion of Alvin Pierce's death, Jeff has it out with Anissa, Jennifer, Bill, and Lowry, all in the same episode. Steph, what'd you think of this episode?
Thought it was pretty good. I'm liking the evolution of Jen, because I am glad that she's going to stop being such a battery. And she actually maybe be doing some stuff, and I don't know. My thirst trap acting is getting a little better, so I don't know. But I like this episode. I really did.
What about you, Danielle?
I thought this episode was dope as fuck, especially because in the beginning, Jennifer started the whole shit, beast mode. I'm so mad that it was not real. I ain't gonna lie, because at first I was like, oh shit, my nigga's over here snapping. So I thought it was really I thought it was really live in the beginning, then I realized what was going on. But I really enjoyed this one. It showed a little bit of everything: love, fighting, action, all that stuff. So I really enjoyed it.
Devin, what about you?
It's been a great ride so far. I loved the opening scene was really good. Definitely love Tobias is everything, and then MLK did great this episode, and then it was a lot of good stuff. I really enjoyed it. Like the storytelling aspect of it in the season is growing on me more and more. Like it's better than it was last year. Like as far as where we are as far as story and it definitely affects. Right, we got a big budget this year, and I love it.
All right, so let's get into the show. Why does it sound like I'm far away from this shit?
I thought you were the only one. I didn't know.
Do I sound like I'm far away?
Not now. You're good.
Okay.
Not now. You don't.
Okay, perfect. All right, so like Danielle said, the show starts off, and Jen is all done up and cute, and she's walking down the steps and shit, and it's clearly prom night, and she's going out with Brother Greenlight. So clearly she got something for him.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Wasn't that boy in a boy band?
The actor?
And then,
yeah, wasn't he in a group? He looked so familiar.
I don't know. He looked like he's been on things on TV, but like you could be right about the boy band thing. But what boy band? What boy band was it?
It's the one. It's the black one after B2K. I don't know
No,
his name.
he won't buy no band.
I don't know.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. He looks familiar. That's why I'm like, why does he look like he's in one of them little groups?
You asking
Young
me
truth teller.
It's just his hair. It's just his hair. His hair.
I
looks
would
cool.
agree.
That's
I
what
agree.
It's not his hair. It's his face.
So
I don't know, but he looks super young. I was very surprised to see that he was her date. Because I thought he was like.
Green light people got to stick together.
She only 16.
I know, but he looked 12 though. I didn't think he was.
12.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He looks like a freaking baby. But
when he hopped out that casket.
This whole part we talking about right now though, it was super lit. Like,
first of all, you just
she was
condone
beaten.
the fact that everybody got killed.
She was because no, they didn't die.
What
They
you
didn't
mean? That nigga
die.
kills people.
No, but they didn't die though. I feel like
No,
they
was
just.
dead.
Yeah, like
Oh, I ain't know that. I thought that he just shot him with something to knock him out to talk to Jennifer.
So, well, he could have. You might be right. So
That's what I thought.
I knew this was fake because I said, she not going to the prom with this nigga. He wanted by the whole police. He can't go out in public. The fuck? He can't go home. He can't go out in public. This shit ain't real.
And the nigga power ain't work. So I was waiting for the nigga power. And shit to be like, I don't want to go to the prom with you, little nigga. Like something. His power didn't activate nothing. So I was like, this is fake.
So then Khalil shows up in her dream, and Jen started whipping Khalil's ass. And I was
Man,
like,
she was whooping that nigga ass, yo. I was so mad.
I said, Jen gonna be a hero by the end of this season.
I was thinking the same thing, yo.
And then I was like, why are they playing this calm ass music in the background? Shit was mad weird.
Man, she beat that nigga ass. I was here for it.
But did she really beat his ass though?
She did beat his ass.
I don't know. Khalil super strong though. She was fucking him up.
He got his ass beat. She was tossing him through the doors and stuff. He got his ass beat.
And then she electrocuted him out the window.
Yeah, what you talking about, Devin?
But I mean, she threw that nigga off the roof before. So I mean, she literally threw that nigga off the roof before. That nigga just like,
She beat that nigga ass. I didn't even call him Khalil no more. I didn't know what to call him. I was like, damn, pussy ass got your ass beat.
Oh shit, that's good.
So that basically, this was when the end of the last episode happened, and Maxine Waters, a piranha, on this show. I mean, not Maxine Waters. The fuck I'm talking about? Maxine Shaw. She was basically like, yeah, you gotta show me what your fear is. So this was basically Jennifer's fear that like her powers, like that somebody's gonna come attack her, and basically what this tells her is that. What I got from this is that the reason why she can't control her powers is because she's still emotionally attached to Khalil and fucking with her head. So then they go to Tobias in the interrogation room, and Deputy Chief MLK goes, "Why don't you age, nigga?" And then Tobias said, he was like, "Cause I eat well. You black people." I said all these black people got to get off that fried chicken, Kool-Aid, and the watermelon diet. I was like, this nigga, man.
It's so good. We all got to go vegan, yo. We all got to go vegan, yo.
That shit was funny as hell.
This nigga's so racist. And then Bill was like, yeah, and what about your buddy? How he ended up dead? How miraculously the evidence from Alvin Pierce murder disappeared, and then the dude who stole the evidence got shot in the car and torched on fire. And then he was like, I don't know, nigga. You might need to figure that out. And then Bill called him a translucent freak. And Tobias is like, you know, if you call me translucent, that means you can see right through me. So you know what I'm thinking around right now, don't you, nigga? And he gave him this look. I was like, Tobias a real G. Real G. So then they go, you got Gamby and Jeff. And I was like, I could have swore Gamby said he wasn't no snitch. And he snitched.
No, he did say he said he was telling. He did say he was telling. He said we're gonna do it first, but then I'm still gonna tell.
He gonna tell afterwards. So
yeah.
Jeff out here losing his fucking mind, and Gamby was like, I couldn't tell you. I gotta keep Anissa's trust. And Jeff's like, I don't give a damn about that trust. And I was like, see, this where you fucking up, nigga.
Yep.
And so then I'm gonna play the next scene. Hold on.
Could have been hurt.
Bullets literally bounce off of me.
Only if you're ready for them. And you think you saved the clinic with that money. No, you just made it a target.
That Freeland is already a target. This is way bigger than a clinic. They have a reason for buying all this property, and whatever that reason is, it means way worse things than the clinic being a target.
That's because they're not just gangbangers in a corner, Anissa. These are professional criminals.
Aren't we supposed to be helping people?
We are helping people. But unlike criminals, we have rules that we need to follow.
Rules made by who?
Rules made by me.
Guess what? I have a different set of rules because I'm not going to watch my people get taken advantage of.
You're not your people, Anissa. And as long as you're under my roof, you will follow my rules.
Wow. Okay. So you're going there?
No, we're not going there. We're already there.
Okay. If you're going to use this house to try and tell me what to do, I'll make it easy for you. I'll be out of here by morning.
So So, Steph, what'd you think about that? Who was right?
It's always bad when you hear a parent go, "While you under my roof," but and it's a grown ass woman. I'm like, that don't work when you grown.
Exactly. It don't.
I'm like, that's so weird. I'm like, girl. I'm like, she a grown ass woman. I'm like, that works. That can work on Jen because she's still like a teenager. She's in high school. She's a little bit more dependent on you, but she grown, and I don't know why you're doing all of this. So, I mean, she's wrong. She was wrong to steal the money, but Jefferson's approach was wrong.
Oh yeah, without question.
I don't know. He came at her strong as hell, and I'm just like, all she gonna say is exactly what she said. Okay, I can't do what I want to do here, so I'm about to leave. So I kind of figured that's where it was gonna go. However, I mean, she is stealing from drug dealers and stuff. So I mean, it is wrong, but at the same time, you know, she doing it for a good cause. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, when I was like, yo, nigga, you can't threaten her like to put her out. She been robbing people, nigga. She got a whole shoebox full of money before this shit. You think she can't have a whole penthouse? I was like, yo, Jen about to have a penthouse when she move out this bitch, like, cause.
So, Steph, Danielle, what would you have done?
I would have left too. Bye, nigga. He was bucking too.
He was bucking.
I'm like, you doing too much. You was snapping off like I'm 12. You know, I'm a whole ass grown woman. So I'm kind of with I'm with Anissa because he came at her all types of different ways. I feel like she should be gone anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would have left. I'd have been out.
So then they go to Jennifer. Anissa, she packing her shit, and Jennifer come in the room crying because her sister leaving. And I was like, China be acting.
She be acting, yo.
She be acting. And so
she be acting.
Jennifer was like, where are you going like this and shit? And she was like, why you think you can just leave? She was like, because I'm grown. And then she was like, but I don't like what he be telling me and shit. And she was like, yeah, but you 16. I'm a grown ass woman. It's a difference. And I was like, yeah, she's right. And then her phone, Jennifer's phone vibrates, and she's like, let me see this shit. And so she shows it to her, and it's Khalil. And this is like, bitch, why are you talking to this nigga? And she's like, I ain't been answering that phone. I've been ignoring him. And she was like, that nigga killed Dad. And then Jennifer was like, well, actually, he killed Black Lightning.
Well, actually.
Yo, she was caping for that nigga. It was hilarious.
I was like, yeah, you out here riding for this nigga hard. And this is what I was like, 16-year-olds should never fall in love. This is a prime example. And then
this is a prime example.
Yeah, I was surprised when she was like, actually he killed Black Lightning. I'm like, you little bitch. You better go ahead and defend your man that you want back. That you're not saying that you want back.
So look, she like, I don't want to be a virgin no more. He can need to come over and break this off.
Exactly, yeah. with them dreads.
Child. I'm like, how old are you again? Let me make sure he's actually legal.
Yeah, when they did that flashback, they showed old Khalil. Didn't you miss that nigga? Oh, like that nigga had like short hair Khalil. Oh.
He was cute. He was cute then.
He had the whole
world. He was give my virginity Khalil cute.
Still okay.
So I said, where the fuck is Anissa gonna go in one day? She ain't signed no lease that damn fast. The fuck she going?
Right.
Oh, we found out, didn't we?
Stolen money, she good.
I told you, shoebox. She had a whole penthouse.
So then they cut to Lynn and Jefferson to bed, and I said, Lynn is a fine ass woman. Jefferson lucky. He better not fuck this shit up.
Not again.
Their chemistry in this episode is so fucking dope. I love how she is like really like, supporting the whole family, and I love them now. I love it.
Now that's crazy.
Look,
not now.
Because their chemistry is progressed. Like she's accepted the fact, and she's just being poor. I just love it.
Look at Danielle being a whole critic. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Came full circle. Look at
You
you.
see what you're doing?
Okay.
So,
Hey, look, I wrote down. It took pillow talk for this nigga Jeff to get right. 'Cause that nigga, he was out. He was way overboard.
Lynn
But
was
Lynn pillow talk.
yeah,
She
Lynn
was kissing on his stars. I was like, that's some sexy ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss
And,
my
and
stars.
that's from the person that, she don't do this stuff.
Hello. Kiss my scars. I wish a nigga would kiss my cellulite. Kiss my
Yo,
I don't think you
I
have
wanna
much trouble
see.
finding that.
yeah, shit. I want to see where Jeff got these lashes from, because he got them good roots lashing on him, don't he? Hell no, he got all them roots lashes on his back. You saw it,
From all
Yeah,
the
he
ass
did.
whippings he's been taking.
Toby.
So then Lynn was like, I think we've been worried so much about Jennifer that we neglected Anissa and forgot that this is new to her too. And then she was like, Jeff, remember you did shit like this when you first started too. And he was like, I ain't never stole shit. And she was like, yeah, you ain't steal shit, but you damn near killed niggas. And Jeff was like, and his face was like, yeah, I fucked up.
Yep.
And then he was like, I'm sorry you gotta go through all this, Lynn. And then I'm sorry you had to pull that trigger back at that house. And she was like, nigga, it was life or death situation. I'll do it 100 times over. And I was like, she ride or die. She ready to go. Look at Lynn. So then Deputy Chief MLK brought Jefferson down to the police station. And Jeff's all salty. He's like, you letting Tobias walk? And Bill was like, nigga, I ain't Black Lightning. I got to follow this thing called the law.
Oh.
And Jeff was like, he's like, let's
He
we don't
is
have
big. He is big, light-skinned man in his feelings.
He's absolutely
He all in his feelings.
I mean, I really feel where you're coming from, though.
Who's big?
But
MLK, let's
after
get
a while,
MLK.
it's like,
MLK is not big.
No, he in his feelings.
His feelings big.
Oh, all right. I'm about to say, don't be giving him credit for a body that he don't got.
Jesus.
Oh, damn. All right. No, but like you gotta realize, man, this dude been trying to help his friend, but at the same time, he has to go by the law. So like he knew why he couldn't help Jefferson. Like he knew what Jeff was gonna be mad because like, dude, how the fuck we gonna believe that shit? Who gonna believe you?
Yeah, but Jeff was basically like, so Tobias been playing your ass this whole damn time. And
look that way.
He's like, yeah, look like that. I'm like, he mad as shit. And then Jeff was like, but I saw Tobias murder my father. And then Bill was like, why you lying to me, nigga? It's mad enough you lied to me at Black Lightning. Now you just gonna say this shit? And he was like, listen, I saw that nigga kill my father. And then he was like, listen, we gotta hash this shit out so we can stop this dude. And then Bill was like, you don't know what position you put me in as a deputy chief and as a friend. And then he was like,
I agree with him 100%.
so Bill's still mad.
He not mad though. Like I don't think he mad like you were saying like he's mad like that he just can't do shit and he's getting played by Tobias. So I think it's more about Tobias playing him and him realizing that it's come full circle, that he's gonna get played and there's nothing he can do about it.
He got that internalized guilt. He mad that he talked all that shit about Black Lightning and then found out it's his best friend, and then his best friend didn't tell him. But his best friend didn't tell him. But his best friend didn't tell him because he talked all that shit. It's like. Oh,
Jen was her friend.
It's like if you are like a white Republican, right? And you all like, yeah, I'll fuck these women. I support Brett Kavanaugh. He ain't do that shit. But your sister got sexually assaulted, so she ain't never tell you because she know this is the type of nigga you are. And then she finally tell you, and you like, why you ain't tell me? And she's like, bitch, because you've been talking shit about women your whole life. That's why I ain't tell you. That's essentially what happened. So
yeah.
Then they go to Gamby's lair.
No, don't forget about. He's like, hey, well, Jeff, you got any more half truths, or lies, or stories you won't tell me? Then he was mad.
Then they go to Gamby's lair, and it looked like he actually made a suit for somebody.
He made that suit.
Or he just fucking around with the damn mannequin. And so he got a light that start flickering and shit. And so he walked down, and there go Kara. She fucked up on this fucking cart. And Gamby's like, bitch, you dying. You got sepsis. And I was like, what is sepsis?
Thank you. I was trying to get there because I was like, never heard that shit ever in life.
Did
But
you look
again,
it up, Devin?
no, I didn't. But that means you got a whole hole in you, bitch, and that shit ain't healing up. A whole hole.
So sepsis is a life-threatening complication from an infection. So basically, she got infected because of that damn harpoon, and she gonna die from it.
Damn right.
So Cara was like, "You ain't no better than I am, Gamby." And he was like, "Yeah, you're right, but I spent years trying to atone myself. You can start by helping me out, telling me everything you know." She was like, "I ain't telling you shit."
Yeah, like, bitch, why?
Like,
First of all, I saved your life. This is the third time I saved your life, bitch. I took you in, got you off the streets. Then you wound up on my doorstep, and now you on the table. Bitch, I'm saving your life at every turn, and you're not even grateful? Damn shame.
All right, so then they go to Jefferson. He's sitting there in his classroom, and on the blackboard, it said, "It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath. But opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe." That's what it said on the chalkboard. And so then you hear like a commotion, as a fight outside the classroom. This shit made me so mad. And so he runs up on
pressure
the dudes,
was up.
And he was like, he breaks up the fight, and he was like, "Hate is too great a burden to bear. It hurts the hater more than the hated." He's like, "Who said that?" And the little kid was like, "Coretta Scott King." He was like, "All right then." He was like, "Y'all shake hands and squash this shit, because it ain't worth it." So they shake hands. And I was like, look at this nigga dropping all this knowledge. And so then Principal Lowry shows up. I was like, of course this white man comes in here and starts starting shit. And he was like, who hit who first? And Jefferson's like, that shit don't matter. Like, they had a scuffle, it's over with, we good. And he was like, nah. First of all, he showed up with the resource officer. And then he was like, no, we have a zero tolerance policy. And then the kids start bickering and shit. He was like, he hit him first. And he's like, man, you said some shit about something. And so he was like, all right, you hit him first, you're expelled and you're suspended. And I said, nigga, what? Expelled?
What? Expelled.
I said, fuck this dude.
Yeah, he was going way too far with that shit. Like, that shit pissed me off. And I just knew Jefferson was gonna turn the fuck up.
What do you mean turn the fuck up? Like what? Like somebody? Like I mean,
yeah, that's exactly what I wrote. That shit was triggering. And so I said, Black Lightning gonna have to pay this nigga a visit. He gonna have to set this
exactly.
Shit down. But then
I pay him a visit. I'd be like, oh.
But listen, then Jefferson rolled up in his office, slammed the door.
He was trying to be unemployed, yo. He was trying.
That nigga was ready. He was not here for this shit. He was like, what the fuck kind of shit is that, man? The fuck? You expelling the dude? And he was like, yeah, who do you think you're talking to? Are you threatening me? He was like, for the record, yes, nigga, I'm threatening you. He was like, I ain't gonna have no fights and green light overdoses and people getting killed on my watch. And Jefferson's like, nigga, if you just expel him, he gonna be out there. He more likely to become one of those people you talking about. And he was like, you know you work here, and if you don't want to enforce these rules, you can leave, nigga. And then he was like, I know you just the black person that the board wants here. And then Jefferson,
Black Jesus.
Oh, the Black Jesus. He's the Black Jesus that they need. And then Jefferson was like,
that was some disrespectful shit. I would have popped the fuck off if he said that shit to me. I couldn't believe that.
And Jeff was like, look, you know better than me. I'm here to make you legitimate. So you know my ass ain't going nowhere. You can't fire my ass, nigga. And then he was like, listen, I got zero tolerance. We have these rules so that there's no ambiguity. So I can't say I get favoritism to one person or another. If they fuck up, they fuck up. If they don't, then they good. And then I was like, this zero tolerance shit bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, that scene was mad triggering. So then they go back to Gamby's crib, and Anissa show up. I was like, oh, her ass ain't got nowhere to go. She's showing up at Gamby's house. And Gamby was like, listen, you can stay here. I'll take care of you, but you know I got to tell your parents. I was like, nigga, stop snitching. Let her stay there. God, the fuck? Why you got to tell her parents? She like 24. The fuck? So then they go to Dr. Jason Lynn at the Pod Center. and Lynn is freaking out. And this dude, he got like ice powers. She's like, Jason's like counting it down, and then he died basically. He frees himself to death and died. And she was like, "Oh, the subject was gonna." And Lynn was like, "He ain't no subject. It's a person." And she was like, "It's a subject, and he was gonna die anyway. So at least I get some data." And I was like, "God, this bitch is sociopathic."
I legit thought he was gonna wake up though, like he got control of his powers. Like once he thought out, I thought he was gonna be okay, but like nah, he was dead. He was real dead.
So Steph, how do you feel about that doctor that's working with Lynn?
I do not trust her at all.
No.
And I'm like, what is the deal with her? And at first, when can't get my words together. When the boy woke up and was like, Iceman, I was sitting here like, what is going on? And why are you so interested in cadavers? I'm like, she's more interested in having like dead bodies to study than actually helping these children. And that makes her dangerous.
Exactly. No, I don't trust her ass no way. Cause just her whole vibe and everything it's so off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What about you, Devin?
I think she's there to be the balance because Lynn is for preservation, and then this other girl is literally trying to find out something, and that's what the ASA essentially wants. They want to find out what they can do with these pod kids, and we'll see later in the episode, like that's really her goal. Like she's a scientist at heart. She doesn't stop her from doing science because she's locked up. She literally wants to deconstruct something to reconstruct something. So she is super dangerous, but I think she's going to stumble onto something later and expose it and make it real dangerous.
So then they go to Jen and Jefferson at home, and Jen's sitting on the couch watching TV, and Jefferson trying to make small talk.
Nah, man, my man had a hard day. He just needed somebody to talk to. Listen, and that girl.
Jen ain't had no time for that nigga. She had the best pissed off black woman face ever. It was so good. She was just like, and he was like, "Oh, you just gonna ignore me?" So she just cut the TV off, like, what? And she was just like, I didn't think there was anything else you could take from me. And I was like, she was like, "You always think you right. You ain't no special nigga." And basically what she said to him.
Pretty much.
And I was like, damn, Jeff been having a shitty fucking
shitty ass day.
She's straight into her dad. She into that nigga.
That nigga need that beard bad.
She wanted to blast his ass.
And so then Jen went to her room and Khalil emailed him. I was like, yo, this nigga is a creep.
First of all, he had every line of communication that man had to her, he used it. So he goes for his love. That man love that woman.
I said,
I don't know if that's love. I don't think
call
that love.
It's 16. It's not love.
It's extremely. It's problematic because it's this thing where you're going to talk to me. Like, she don't have to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. She just really. He really let a girl.
No, not that kind of love. I told you to leave me alone.
I think he's trying to prove that he's not, that he doesn't have a choice but to be the way that he is.
But he need to learn that no means no. Didn't she say leave her alone?
That nigga ain't going nowhere. But she only did that because she didn't want him to see that she had powers though. You remember?
Yeah, but still though, that was before she knew about his powers. I'm like, you essentially killed her father. I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to fuck with you.
I mean, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah, and he need to step the fuck back.
I said, what's that nigga name? That light skinned actor, Michael
Ealy?
I said he been watching the Michael Ealy movies. I was like, the fuck wrong with this nigga? So then I was like, Jennifer, you need to run. Just run. Just don't talk to that nigga. And then she shocked the fuck out of her computer. And I was like, this nigga fucking with her powers. Look at that shit.
The nigga's triggering.
Lynn was like, Jen fucked up another computer, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff was like, this bitch costing me so much money. So
nonchalantly too.
She's like, he costing me a fortune.
I feel like they should be getting the protection plans with these goddamn laptops, sir.
The thing.
And she was like, another kid died, and then he was like, oh, that's fucked up. And then Jeff was like, listen, I don't want Jen going back to Garfield no way, because Garfield fucked up with this Lowry nigga. I'm going to take my school back. And Lynn was like, didn't take it back, nigga. The fuck you talking for? She was like, the Jefferson Pierce I know would be out there taking that shit back. Go take that shit back. I was like, look at her. Firing that nigga up.
She got turned on when he said that shit.
Yeah, I was like, look.
She's like, yeah, daddy, go get your school back.
So then Anissa shows up, and she was like, can I have some minutes to talk to my dad? And then you think she's going to apologize. And she was like, Gamby said somebody going to attack the clinic. And she was like, go ahead and say it, nigga. Go ahead and say you was right. And then he was like, no, I'm not going to say it. We got to do something about it. And then he was like, I want to thank you for your apology. And she was like, yeah, it'd be nice, but I ain't actually apologized. So there's that. And he was like, I'll accept yours, though. And then they seemed like they was cool. And he also said something about he want her. Oh, no, that's later. So then, where I got mixed up.
So they do the intel with Gamby. Yeah, they go to Gamby.
Oh, I skipped the whole thing. I forgot. Tobias was in jail.
Yes, I brought Tobias as the GOAT.
And Tobias was meeting with this white lawyer was there and this dude. And he was like, how about a little bit of music? And the lawyer put on some damn headphones. And then he was like, listen, what you want me to do to spring you out? And Tobias was like, all you white folks need to be a savior. And I was like, damn, he hate white people and black people. Who this nigga like?
He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT.
And so he was like, listen, I'm going to go hit up this clinic, and I want to kill that bitch that stopped us. And I just want to get your permission before I spill blood in Freeland. And then Tobias was like, yeah, permission granted.
Granted.
Just make sure I have some cameras and shit all over the place, because I need to figure out who the fuck this Black Lightning nigga is. And I'm going to burn the whole city down until I find out. I was like, God damn, he mad as shit.
It was, though. He said he took everything from me.
Cyanide.
Boy, such your ass.
Joey Toledo. I was like, oh damn, I ain't know Joey Toledo was close to you like that, nigga.
So then they go back to Gamby's lair, and he got this cool ass AR tech that can do like this virtual reality shit. It's kind of cool, and he's basically figuring out like how they're gonna attack the clinic. So then they go to Lynn at the pod center, and like Lynn and Jace out here beefing at this point, and Jason's like, you out here trying to predict improvement. While I'm out here trying to predict failure. And I was like, she is a sociopath. Like, she crazy. And she was like, oh, yeah, I found this stable meta-DNA, and I found some other meta-DNA just like that shit. And she
was like, she hacking the computers, bro, because, like, that's literally fucking Jefferson's, fucking Anissa, and fucking Jen's, all they fucking shit that Lynn be working on at work. So I'm like, where the fuck you find that shit at? And Lynn, you got to do better.
She was like, yeah, that means they got the same protein, so they must be related. And she was like, you know what that means? And Lynn's like, what? And she was like, that means we got to find these niggas. The ASA need to find them, and that way we can pick and prod and test and figure out everything that makes them work. I was like, this bitch is crazy. She is crazy.
Lynn was clutching her pearls the whole time. She was like, oh, God, this bitch know.
I said,
bitch know.
She got to die. So then Black Lightning and Thunder are scoping out this clinic. And I was like, Steakhouse be boring as shit. Like, this shit look boring. Just standing there waiting. And then Gamby was like, the dark web is quiet, so you know some shit about to happen. And so then this pregnant woman walk in there, and then this dude is like getting some food out of the dumpster and shit. And then Anissa and Jeff are going back and forth about their beliefs. She basically like, look, I did what was right. I'm helping people. And Jeff was like, nah, we got to be different than the criminals. Like, we can't, that's what separates the good people from the bad people. And she was like, nigga, I'm good because I'm fighting for people's rights and for shit. So it's that whole thing you always see in comic books, real life. Like, what's the best way to go about justice? So then the woman come back out and she don't look pregnant no more. And then Jeff was like, wasn't that woman pregnant? And so Gamby was like, yeah, she was. She was like, well, she must have put something in there. So I'm gonna go stop the woman, and y'all go in there and get the bomb. Yeah. So I said, okay.
Yo, and this whole thing, like, when they got in there, they're getting everybody out, right? They didn't get everybody out. when they defused some of these bombs, right? First of all, that black dude was peeing. I thought that nigga was suspect as shit. Cause like, bro, what are you doing? I'm telling you, get out of the bathroom, nigga. You still got your arm on the stall, like I ain't say shit to you, and you peeing. That shit got me. And then when the bombs got detonated, right, and Thunder jumps on the bomb, these people walk out like they ain't just see a goddamn bomb explode. This my notes because I was like, that shit was.
But also, I didn't know she was strong enough to take the blast of a bomb. That's strong as shit.
Yeah.
And then Gambi fighting this woman who was fake pregnant, and she was whipping Gambi ass.
Yo, Gambi stunt double is young as shit, yo. Cause I thought I was seeing shit, and I was like, yo, this nigga look young as fuck getting his ass whooped. He got a good young stunt double. You gotta pause it, but yeah, you'll catch the young ass stunt double.
So who y'all think these people with? What do you think these people are? They not with the 100. Steph,
no, they're from the They're from the drug thing.
Are they though? Because
that dude with the long hair.
You don't think they with the Ponytail Mafia? You think they with the Ponytail Mafia?
They with some type of mafia.
Wait, I think maybe he's the boss. Sorry, I thought y'all was still talking about the doctors. Sorry. Yeah, because I mean, I love the hair. I just want to play in it.
Oh, that white dude's hair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just had a whole scenario right now, Seth.
Look,
I heard you.
Moments.
Yeah. I am having moments, but I think he's a boss. His name is Jackie Christie. He is a boss.
Then so Gambi got his ass whipped, and that woman got away and shit. And so then Jefferson is with the ADA, and she like, so you saw this nigga, and so she basically put him on trial. And Jefferson was all the way fucking up. I was like, this nigga is not fit to go sit on nobody's stand.
Yeah.
She was just asking simple questions.
Simple questions.
Well, that nigga killed my father. And I was like, nigga, you cannot say that in court, bro. Like, that is not how court works. That is incompatible with court. You can't go to court. You can't go on the stand. That nigga going free. And so.
And that's what Bill was doing for that man, yo. Let's get MLK literally said this is what will happen. And he showed it to him, and then Jeff had to fucking eat that pill. He had to eat that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Gambi and Jeff, Gambi was like, look, I destroyed everything from that crime scene that said that you were there. And, so he's like, I don't know what we're going to do. We got to find a different way. And so they go back to the crib, and they was like, listen, we got to tell Jennifer this, but, I'm sorry, just got to tell him. And he was like,
Jen, can you come down here?
She was like, listen, you doing better, but they not where your power's not where they need to be. We can't let you go back to school, so we're going to homeschool you. And I was like, yo, can y'all, like, stop fucking with Jennifer? Like, every week it's just fuck with Jennifer week.
It really
You don't know what she doing.
She don't get no love, no support. I feel so bad for her.
Like, can I go live with my grandma?
Listen,
like, they don't got no grandma.
Jefferson and Lynn handled this shit wrong from the get-go. Every time they just fuck this shit up. And they wonder why she not progressing fast enough. And Khalil's part of it, but they not helping either. So I was like, I feel so bad for Jennifer. Now she got to be homeschooled and shit. The one thing she wants is to be around her friends. Now you taking that shit away from her, she going to go full villain. And then
it really is.
They go back to Gambi's secret room, and I was like, and they show the room. I'm like, why you put this bitch in the room with all your guns? Like, kind of stupid shit is this? And then she roll over. She got a fucking gun, try to shoot Gambi, and Gambi was like, "You dead, bitch? Why you trying to shoot me?" And just casually took the gun out of her hand. And
that's how you could tell that she didn't believe him when he told her he had sepsis. She didn't believe him. And then she thought he was drugging her when he put the IV in her or some shit. And just how you could tell, like, oh, I am dying.
She's like, oh, I am dying. And he's like, yeah, you dying. And he was like, listen, I need to find who in that case. And she was like, I was just trying to serve my country. I ain't know Proctor was fucked up. And he was like, yeah, but listen, I need to know what's in that case. And she was like, Tobias got the case. She was like, well, how do I get to Tobias? Where is that? And then she was dying, and she handed him his phone. And I was like, God damn, we're not going to see her thick ass no more.
I was sad. I was
so
definitely
sad.
sad.
How did it take her that? First of all, how did it take you that long to die? And then you
She
still
should have
die?
been dead.
From
I'm just saying,
sepsis, it's not quick.
That's
No, I
a
was talking
long
about the heart
time.
shit, but I mean, she should have been dead.
I would have been like, can you just suffocate me? Oh, yeah. Can you just let me go?
Just kill me.
Please,
Kill me.
kill me. That's like torture.
Yeah,
I know you're
That's
definitely
the sepsis is a slow death.
So then
That sucks.
they show Tobias getting out of jail.
Breaking news.
And he getting interviewed, and he's like, "How does it feel to be cleared of all charges?" And he's like, "They've been coming after me for 30 years. I always had faith in the justice system, and now it's showing that the justice system going to work." And
That
he was
MAGA
like,
hat wearing fool.
"I want to become a pillar for this community," and I was like, "This nigga is horrible."
Good.
And
He is
Jefferson,
good. That's why he's the GOAT.
He watching this shit on TV, his eyes lighting up and shit. And then they showed Jen, and I was like, I knew it. She probably somewhere fucking this nigga Khalil. And she's sitting down smoking some weed in the school. I was like, how you getting into this? Like, didn't Lowry just put all this goddamn security in this school? How the fuck you just walk in this damn school?
I wanted to know the same thing.
And then Khalil just walk up, and she like, hi. And he like, hi. And he's like, I've been calling you. She's like, I know. And I was like, I knew you was meeting with this nigga. And then they showed Tobias at the club with the 100. And he like, I'm back in charge. And then that's how I go off. So, Steph, what are you looking forward to next week?
No, November 17th, sir.
Oh, in a couple weeks.
That's right. It's not coming back to the 13th.
13th,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Because
Damn,
I
they
was
play
like,
tonight.
13th. I was like, no, because next week is election day, so nothing that comes on Tuesday is coming on. Because I saw that thing with 2 weeks for This Is Us too, and I was like, that's right, because it's election day. I am looking forward to seeing more Jen, seeing her evolve more. I'm sorry, Khalil. I'm sorry, I'm getting all kind of red flags with his kind of love. Because she won't talk to me. And I'm like, she don't have to fucking talk to you. You killed her father or you are a murderer. You just killed somebody. I'm sorry. Why are you acting like she got to be around your ass?
Because it looks real, girl.
Don't just show up at her house. It's like you're damn near stalking her.
That's true. That's true.
I'm like, that's not cool.
But look, all he needed was her to jump one time. Because guess what? She told him where to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we even now, it's like none of the other shit ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of want to see Jen and Khalil meet again and see what's really going on. And I want to see more of Tobias. And
I love him so much.
girls,
Self-hating MAGA hat wearing, hang out with Candace
cute,
Owens.
but he's not even cute. but
Sexy though.
His
He's not
demeanor,
cute, but he's sexy.
yeah, his demeanor is just like, damn.
It's that swag. It's that
Like,
swag.
he probably-
let's talk
He
about.
is
probably-
saucy. He is
Probably
saucy.
tear a box up with his mean
Oh,
ass.
okay,
Girl.
okay.
Break down the
Look,
wall.
She
Hello?
judging him because of his beard. That's all that is.
Exactly.
It's the beard, but he looked like he could throw it back.
That's his bald head. He like be snapping.
Oh, okay. All
Like,
right.
he like,
All
ugh.
right. So, Darren, what are
right.
you looking forward to?
Definitely to see the toxic relationship Jen and Khalil have, because that's going to be great. I like the white bitch fucking with Lynn. I want to see all this tension that we have with these characters.
I
And then-
definitely want to see Lynn buck on that lady.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely. And I have wrote down earlier, like, yo, Tobias lives to kill Black Lightning, and Black Lightning exists to kill Tobias. Like, and it's crazy. Like, that's what we are fighting and we're leading up to. So, like, I'm waiting for the 100 to go crazy on the city because, Tobias is not playing no games. So that's going to be really cool to see.
Tobias is Black Lightning's Joker. They need each other to exist.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm sad I'm not going to see Sky P. Marshall and all that juiciness anymore. So I'm a little salty about that. I want to see Anissa go on her own, where she going to get a crib, but she going to get back with Grace.
What you mean? She gonna live in Grandpappy
Oh,
house.
she said, can I stay there for a few days? She got to get a crib.
No. Jefferson literally said,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want you to live in my father's
I want
house.
you to live in my father's house. Yeah, that's right. So she going to get a crib, and hopefully Grace move in with her. She tell her that she thunder and shit. And I want to
Grace
see
show her
Jen
power.
I know Jen going to go down the wrong path for a few episodes. So hopefully she'll get back on track. But I'm loving this show so far. I'm excited. I'm loving actually all the CW shows so far. They've had a good start. So that's really good. Steph, what's on the Mocha Minutes this week?
So this week I had Cook from the Cook and Gooch podcast. My episode dropped actually yesterday. So we talked about briefly, because it literally had happened right when we were recording the whole thing with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. We talked about
what happened. What happened?
You didn't hear?
Oh my God! Where are you?
Nigga.
50 years old?
So I live in a bubble.
Okay, so this is what happened, because Nicki has that Queen Radio on Apple Music. I didn't know they gave out like notifications. Yeah, so she was on there on this week's Queen Radio talking about what happened with her and Cardi, talking all sideways, talking about like she had deals and she gave up deals, and she was like, Ra Ali beat your ass and we couldn't talk about it for legal reasons. I'm like, so you can talk about it now? So then Cardi went on her Instagram and had a whole bunch of videos going back and forth with Nicki. She also has receipts. I think these are still on her IG. I think they're still up. I don't think she took them down, but she was like, she talked about motorsport. She talked about all the different deals she has. She talked about her numbers. She's like, you should be working on your craft. You shouldn't be worrying about what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, Nicki was still doing stuff on Twitter. Then she said, I'm just going to be positive, guys. Let's just keep it positive.
Why does she keep taking L's? Why does Nicki keep taking L's?
Because she's a goddamn goofy.
Oh, my God.
First she is such a bird. Ma. So is Cardi, if we keeping it a buck. However, Cardi ain't a fake-ass bird. It's like, Nicki got problems. I'm like, girl. It's like, are you the queen or not? Because I feel like you doing court jester shit.
It do sound like she lying though.
Like, anytime Steve Madden, a whole daggone company said, don't lie, you didn't have a deal. I'm like, oh shit.
oh no.
Damn.
See, and Nicki stayed though. Yo, Nicki stayed throwing other people out there like names. She be name dropping and like
she do, and it's like, shut up. I'm like, ma'am, you don't have a tour right now. And you spent your Queen Radio, well, this is supposed to be promotion for you. You spent it talking about Cardi B and calling Candy about sex advice. I'm like, what? Girl, ain't none of your music, and we did it while we were recording, ain't none of your music in the top 100 on iTunes. What you doing?
Hello?
What you doing? I counted like 4 or 5 songs from Cardi B.
All right, so go listen to the Mocha Minute podcast to get all the tea on Cardi B and Nicki.
And it literally came at the end too. I was like, "What just happened?" I'm like, "Oh Lord." We talked. Let's see. Oh, what else did we talk about? Blacksit. We talked about that foolishness. Talked about Megyn Kelly, Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh,
yeah.
It's their time. Their season.
Now she's against Trump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was telling everybody he's the best. Now it's like, I was wrong. Thank you, Caitlyn, but we knew that already.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Devin and I were on the TV Channeling podcast on Tuesday to talk about the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So if you're interested in that, go listen. It's good. We talked about the first episode and some other shit. And we'll be back later this week. We have Cameron Hawkins from the PW Torch East Coast Cast. Talk about a bunch of shit, including WWE Evolution, the first all-women's wrestling pay-per-view ever. So that was dope. So we'll talk about all that and other stuff this week. Thank you guys for doing this show. We'll be back in 2 weeks. So you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, anywhere you get your podcast at. Leave us a 5-star review. And thank you for listening.
Respect my mind, or die from less child. I pray my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I got bitches. Damn, I got bitches. Damn, I got bitches. Wifey, girlfriend, and mistress. All my life I want money and power. Respect my mind, or die from less child. I got 25 lighter on my dresser. Yes, sir. Put fire to that ass body cast.